The Toyota Sienna Woodland is an off-road minivan. We're going to check it out today. I'll include a link to the Toyota Murray's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Sienna. Let's get right into it. This week's giveaway highlight is a supercharged Corvette and Silverado. Use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation $25 or more will give you 4x bonus entries into the giveaway. Apparently this is a 2.5 liter four-cylinder that's paired to an eCVT and a hybrid. It produces 245 horsepower. Fuel economy is 35 around town, 36 on the highway. If you want more straight to the point reviews like this, make sure you subscribe. I love the contrast with the white and the black on this particular one. You can see even the headlight bezel is a little bit darker. Now the bottom section with the grill is all blacked out. You also have the fog lights there. And even the front splitter. I don't know, it all looks cool. Tire wheel setup is 235 by 60 by 18. You've got these more rugged looking wheels. This is lifted by about an inch compared to a regular Sienna. So it does have a slightly kind of taller stance overall, and there's even blacked out trim on the door handles. Yeah, look at those little blacked out strips. Now when it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock function, the opening for the doors, for the hatch, and then the Toyota logo at the bottom. Speaking of hatch, let's pop that open. We've got a 1500 watt inverter here in the back, and then I love how everything's nicely labeled with the seats here. You can see to pull them down. So you can pull them into the storage area. They also give you a Woodland floor mat for the little storage area. And if we just pull this strap up and then kind of place it and lock that, there we can kind of lock the seat in that way. The taillights have a fun design with how they kind of arc down, and then you've got the little Woodland badge there at the bottom. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Woodland. And it has the kick door feature, but I like to just use the normal handle. Why is this one turned off too? What the heck? All these Siennas for some reason have the power door function turned off. Now you do get special trim with the Woodland in the center of the seat. You also get the kind of like bronze stitching. Great legroom in the back. We also have a little storage pocket, another 1500 watt inverter, a couple of USB ports in the back. And then trim-wise, the rear seats are not going to be as fancy, but rear passengers do get sunshades. There's a little there. And then we also have sunshades for the second row. And second row passengers also get climate on either side. That's cool. Let's now check out the front. Blind spot warning with the mirrors, just regular windows, not double paned. You've got some like soft touch stitching down below too. All of the window controls, your mirror adjustments. Front seat has more of that kind of interesting trim. Got a lot of stitching, power adjustments on the side with lumbar support. A little bit of storage to the left of the steering wheel. You also have functions like the power door function. Now the steering wheel itself has nice trim all around. It's perforated on either side so you can get better grip. You've got practical controls like the cruise control with your lane departure, volume voice command controls, regular stocks on the back to keep it traditional. Now the gauge cluster is digital. You can change these different preset tabs. So I think that's nice. And then we also have the drive modes that you can go between as well. Just a regular backup camera in reverse, decent resolution with the whole setup. Be cool if they had 360 on this one. Anyways, response time with the screen's pretty good. You also have a physical volume control there, so it's all easy to use. You can control all the climate zones from up front. You have heated seats with this too. Got a phone charging pad, and then look at that. Storage there, more soft touch on the dash. Got our shifter here for the eCVT, and then cup holders right here, parking brake, auto hold, your EV mode, that's for your drive modes. Cup holders there, and then some storage inside with this. And then we have more storage below. Controls up top for the doors, and then we also have a sunroof. 2026 Sienna Woodland, $53,030. Let's see how the Woodland performs. Well, let's set off in the Woodland edition. They got two of these, both in white. I was like, my wife and I were like that close to buying one of these. It's a very appealing package for a minivan because you get great fuel economy. It's got a 1-inch lift over regular Sienna, so you can fit a little bit more tire on it. If you know, the stock tires are fine, but you could do more aggressive tire. And it's not like we don't do any crazy off-roading, but you know, you've got a minivan that you could take down a graded dirt road with confidence because you've got some tire, a little bit more clearance than a regular minivan. Few things going against the Woodland though, in my opinion. First off, it's still a minivan. It's still unibody, independent suspension, so very limited with any sort of off-roading that you could do with it. Toyota's hybrids in general, right, because they just have an electric motor sending power to the rear wheels for the all-wheel drive, it means that you know, in situations where you need like real all-wheel drive power, yeah, these can be a little bit lacking. Not bad, but a little bit lacking. I mean, you see the RAV4s versus like a Subaru Forester or Outback, and it's a pretty substantial difference, I would say. And, you know, body and frame's nice for off-roading. And then also just the price per feature. That's the one thing about the Woodland is, and every single manufacturer does this with their off-road packages, it seems like, for the most part, where they charge a big premium for the off-road package, and so you pay a big price tag and you don't get as many features a lot of times, or you have to pay big price tag plus extra big price tag to get the features with the off-road package. So the value's not as strong as I'd like. There's a few cars that aren't like that, though. There's a few cars that aren't like that. Like Honda with the new Passport Trail Sport, for example. Man, this thing drives well, though. It's comfortable. It's got good power. Again, all the benefits of unibody, independent suspension. You got much better ride quality, and yeah, the handling's good too. It's a decent sized vehicle, but it's easy to maneuver and everything. Pretty comfortable with the suspension with little bumps, I'd say. Does the job it needs to do. Smooth. I like it. So, Sienna Woodland. I think it's pretty cool. I think that if you wanted, again, if you're gonna do 99% of your driving on road, this thing is fantastic. And it can still go down the graded dirt roads to the camp trails, and again, that extra 1 inch of clearance, all of that's gonna come into play. And you know, it kind of looks cool for a minivan with the wheels, and then, you know, you throw some all-terrain tires on a Sienna and it kind of looks cool for a minivan, you know? So you can have a little bit of pizzazz. Obviously the fuel economy is not going to be as good if you do the more aggressive tires, but such is life, right? It's just how things go with tires. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Nobody really is competing with this right now. It seems like, you know, Toyota's got not like a full monopoly on all-wheel drive. You know, Kia and Honda don't do all-wheel drive. Chrysler does all-wheel drive, but they definitely aren't doing an off-road package with the minivan. So, yeah, it's kind of an untapped market. And again, I think it could do a lot better if Toyota just didn't charge so much for this, because this is basically an XLE with some lipstick. It's like, yeah, you can charge a little bit more for that, but, you know, charging as much as they do for this, I think is, I don't know. It's probably why they have two in the lot right now, right? It kind of detracts from the value a little bit. So, that is the Sienna Woodland. I was close to buying one, but I think my wife and I are going to stick to full-size SUVs. That's kind of, seems to be a little bit of a better setup for what we personally do.